Hey, my name is Craig Hill. I'm from Los Osos, California. I produce a morning radio talk show, and today we're going to be making tri-tip. But I found out that on the East Coast, they don't even have tri-tip. A buddy of mine moved from here to Baltimore, and he was part of the crew that would barbecue every Sunday. And he said they don't have tri-tip out there, and he's going crazy. Check this out. Nice amounts of fat in there, good size. It's going to shrink down to about 2/3 of the size when it's cooked. Everyone knows how to pick out corn. All you do is, check the top for can erode or look like bugs been getting to it. I'm kind of fat, so I like a big piece of corn. One very important thing: never hit match light. Never. They completely soak it in the lighter fluid, and so when you eat it, basically you just taste a ton of lighter fluid. It's horrible. There is kind of a rule to putting in the charcoal. You want to make sure that there's enough, because it's nothing worse than the meat's not done, your fire's not hot enough anymore. Then you got to get in there, because believe me, it's hot enough to burn you, but it's not hot enough to cook the meat. First, you put it in a pyramid shape that I'll show you in a little bit, and then when all the charcoals are gray, or mostly gray, then you want to flatten it out and get it nice and even through the whole thing, so that the heat is even coming up. Plenty of lighter fluid, get it down in the base, because you want to cook the top and the bottom not be gray all the way. Get a nice good coat. Let's get the flame going. I swirl it around so that the flame will carry down. And that's when you know you got the right fire, is when it's actually climbing from the bottom and just in this whirlwind shape. And you know it's all good. Throw a little bit more on there. Might be saying, okay, that's a little unsafe. But, that's all part of barbecuing, is the fact that you're not safe. You're cooking meat and you're being a man, which reminds me I gotta smoke a cigar now. A big piece of fat I was telling you about is right here. You can see how thick that is. I want to cut all that off so it's nice and pink like that. We also got to get this stuff off here. This little, I don't know what it is. I'm not a vet or a doctor. When you get this, look for a nice easy corner. It's like peeling a sticker off. You find a nice smooth corner, try to get in there with it. And after a while, all you got to do is hold it, and its own weight will help you cut. And when I cut, instead of going straight in between, like this, kind of go at an angle so that it'll actually peel off and kind of scrape, kind of like scraping plaque off your teeth. It'll scrape the fat off the meat. We're going to put on the seasoning. It's real simple. That's one of the great things about this recipe, is lemon pepper. Put it on. Make sure the thing is broken up a little bit. Put it on enough to where you can still see the meat through it. You don't want to put on too much, because then you cover the flavor. Pat it in, make sure it stays. Then a little seasoning salt. I always make sure to wash these things after I cook. Just a little sprinkle, because the salt's going to bring out the flavor, but you don't want it to cover the flavor of the meat. Everything I make is completely bad for you. I make nothing good for you. But the way I think, when they take puppies to old folks' home to make them feel better and healthier, that's the way I think it works. If you really like the meal, it'll make you healthier inside. Now you're gonna get lots of butter on your hands. I've tried every way possible to keep from getting butter on me. Just crush it in. And it's gonna work better if you use your hands too. You get that on there. Make sure you get it down in the grooves. Smear that all around. That's going to make it great glue to stick on the pepper. Not too much, because you don't want the pepper to overpower the flavor of the corn. The corn on its own is going to be just terrific. Alright, now we're going to wrap this up in aluminum foil. It's going to be our little portable oven aluminum foil. You don't want to put too much foil, because then it's too much for the heat to get through. Twist up, twist up. You're supposed to be able to hold your hand above the flame for 2 strong seconds. And if you can do that, then it's perfect. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's perfect. The whole key to this recipe. I mean, you got 2 ingredients on the meat, no big deal. You know, you're thinking, why is that going to make it taste so good? That's not going to make it taste good. What really gives it the flavor is the searing. Put it on here for about 2 minutes. 2 minutes tops. I mean, maybe a minute. And then you flip it over, and then you cook the other side for 1 minute. Then you flip it back over, and then you start cooking it. Because what you're doing by doing this is you're searing the outside, which means it's just going to close off all of the, I don't know, what pores, all of the stuff that lets the juice out. You're going to close that off. You're going to close off the top and bottom, so that juice isn't going to be able to escape. It's just going to sit in there and cook the inside of the meat. I mean, that should be enough. This is a really hot grill right now. See? Well, it looks like it's cooked, but it's not. It's just, seared. That's one of the probably the most important thing is just make sure you're clean. Wash your hands before, when you touch the meat and then you go to the corn, wash your hands. Wash your hands before you start, wash your hands when you're done. Always wash your hands. You never wash your hands too much. And the tri-tip looks like it's going to be done in just a few minutes. So you can tell right now, the tip is getting cooked a little faster than I'd like it to be. So we're going to pull this sideways. Close it up. 5 more minutes and we're done. Hey, I should have used the knife to roll these in the beginning. It's a lot easier. I'll do that next time. Alright, so we're going to try this now. Go right in the heart of it, because that's going to be the hardest part to cook. Oh, there we go. That is perfect. And by the time both of these are on here and we get these all cut up, this thing's going to be filled with juice. It's going to be spilling out. It's real simple. We're barbecuing, watching a football game or a baseball game. A, I don't want to be cooking all day because I missed the game. And B, we don't want to get fancy. We don't want to have like a little salad, a little fruit cup. Get that. Corn, beef. Sometimes we do garlic bread. Sometimes we don't. Just depends how much time I got. So let's sit down and eat this thing. Stuff.